Hey, hi all once again. In this video, we will see how we can create or how we can use product options to create bundles. So first of all, what is a bundle? So for an example, we want to buy a laptop. The laptop can be a 13-inch laptop or a 15-inch laptop. In that laptop, there will be multiple things. Uh, what you want the CPU to be or a processor to be. Then how much RAM you want in the system, that will be a memory and that stuff, and then how much storage you want. So first of all, it might be a CPU, then what will be the RAM, and then what will be the storage. So in CPU you can have i3, i5, and in RAM you can have 8 GB of RAM, 16 GB of RAM. In the same way, in storage you can have HDD or SSD, then there are more separations to it. 500 GB you want, 1 TB you want. So in that manner. So to create a particular product, we require product options. So these are the product options. So these are different product options which we have for laptop, 13-inch laptop or 15-inch laptop. Then if we have options, then there might be like if you want to buy a laptop, then there will be a CPU, there will be a RAM, there will be a storage. No matter you want i3 or you want i5, or no matter you want 8 GB, 16 GB, or you want HDD or SSD, it is just like we can create such an configuration. Like when you select laptop 13 or laptop 15, then you will get a CPU i3 as selected, then your 8 GB will be selected, and your 500 GB HDD will be selected by default. Later on, you can change it to Wi-Fi, 16 GB or SSD, whatever you want as a custom configuration. So if this is our need, then this can be resolved using the product options. Some of the fields we have to configure them accordingly, according to our requirement. Then we can fulfill that requirement to customize a particular bundle. So this is what we will be talking about in this video. So let's just start. So this is just to give you a brief background, like what the bundle is and what the product option is. So let's start. So what is product option? A product option does more than just connected or connect a follower product to the lead product. So in this case, our lead product is laptop 13 or laptop 15, and our follower products are CPU, the RAM, and the storage. CPU, RAM, and storage is nothing but they are the features. Then in that features, we will have product options. So in a particular bundle, to segregate the product options, we have features. It also describes how the follower behaves in the bundle. So if we have a CPU and there are two variant to that CPU, that i3, i5, i7, then in i3 how much quantity you can take, what will be the minimum quantity, what will be the maximum quantity, is the quantity will be editable for that product bundle. So that all the things will be defined on that particular product bundle. There are a few option record fields that control option behavior. So in this video, majorly we will be talking about this number field, which we have, then the selected field and the required field. So what is their significant on a particular product options? If a particular thing is selected or required, because required and selected are checkbox fields, then number is number field where you will specify the number. Like for an example, you have created an option that is i3 processor, then i5, and then i7. So now you are giving it a number 10, you are giving it a number 20, you are giving it a number 30. So if anything comes in between or you want to renumber them, then you don't have to change anything. So you have a range of numbers between this. So if there come anything like I4, it will not be there. But if it comes, then you can give it a 15 number and you don't have to renumber all this stuff. So that's why we will start with 10, 20, or 30 in that manner. If we go with 1, 2, 3, and if we have to, or if we have to introduce any other or a new option in between that, then it will be like we have to shift all the numbers here and there. Like 1 will be there, 2 will be there, or if this is the case, there is a new feature in between 1 and 2. So that 2 will be here, then this will be updated to 3, and then this will be updated to 4. So that's the reason we give it like 10, 20, 30. So we have an option, like if there is any new product option in between that, in between we want to showcase that, then we can number it accordingly. So next, number it sorts the options on the configure products page. The lower the number, the higher in the list the option appears. So first we will first the visibility of that product option will be there whose number is lower. So for an example, if we have 10 as a lower number, then the first feature, or the first product option will be 10, whose number is 10. So for an example, I3 has number 10. So the first option, product option in that particular feature will be I3. Then selected. It selects the option by default. Choosing selected for an option when you want to give your sales reps guidance about what's typical for a configuration. So for an example, in this case, if we have two, or if we are configuring a particular laptop, or if we want to buy a laptop, it is mandate to have a processor in it, right? So for an example, we will default, or the I3 product option will be, in this the selected checkbox will be checked. So whenever a product bundle from or we will select the product laptop 13, the product bundle, in the options this particular thing will be selected. If we want, we can deselect. So by default it will be selected. Required, as its name suggests, it selects the option and prevents sales rep from deselecting it. The selection box is grayed out. So that we will see later in this video. So there are some quantity controls. Always require a quantity of 3, no changes allowed. So in the quantity field, you can put 3 maximum, or quantity editable field, if it is set to false. Minimum quantity field, if it is blank, then you can set up to 3. Suggest a starting quantity of 1 and let sales rep change it. So quantity field will be blank. A quantity editable field, of blank quantity field causes CPQ to leave quantity editable, so the quantity editable field is ignored. Suggest a starting quantity of 5 and let sales rep change it. So quantity field, the suggestion will be 5. Quantity editable field will be true, and then you can edit it according to your need. Suggest a starting quantity of 8, let the sales rep change it, but requires at least 6. So minimum you have to buy 6. By default, the quantity field will show 8, and later on you can change it because the quantity editable field will be true, or it will be checked. Suggest a starting value of 10 and let the sales rep change it to anything 10 or greater. So the minimum quantity in this case is 10 because 10 was selected initially, and the requirement is that the sales rep can change it to anything 10 or greater than that. So 10 will be the minimum thing. It can go to like 11, 12 or 15 units you can buy of that particular product. So now we will go in org. So in org, I will go to code, and then I will check for laptop. So in that laptop, I am selecting 13-inch. I am selecting this. Now I will click on select button. So as you can see, this particular processor is not selected yet because the selected checkbox is not checked. The required checkbox is also not checked, because if the required checkbox is checked, then it will be grayed out. Okay, and the number of this product option is the lower in that particular feature. That's the reason this particular product option is visible at the front, and there is only one product option. That's the reason it is visible to the one first. So for an example, this is the product option, as you can see. Okay, so now I will just make it select. It will be selected by default, and the quantity. So now what we have done is the CPU will be selected. It will be by default selected. It will not be required, and the quantity will be 10. Okay, so the quantity will not be editable because this field is not checked yet. What the minimum we want, what the maximum we want, that we can define here. In all this help text, just you can go, just you can scroll it, just you have to uh, take the cursor to that particular help text, and you can read what means, like it will define like what purpose this solve, or what for what this particular field is there. So for an example, minimum quantity allowed for this option, or this is maximum quantity allowed for this option. So it will be easy like to use it or to know what it does, that particular bundle. So now I will just cancel this. Now I will again select that laptop 13. Okay. So now this laptop 13, I've selected it. And now as you can see, this particular CPU will be by default selected. Later on, if you want, you can deselect it. Okay. Now, if I remove this selected option and I make it required, and the minimum quantity is 10, I make it to 1. Let's save it. Then I have to again cancel it. I have to again select it. 13-inch. And then I have to select that. Okay. So as you can see, now this is selected and this is grayed out because this is required. We have changed the configuration to make it required, and it will to make it required. So it means it will be selected and it will be grayed out. You cannot deselect this. This is required while you are selling this particular product. Okay. Now, if we go back, so there are two RAMs. So the number one is 10 and the number two is 20. That's the reason 8 GB is first and 16 GB is second. That particular feature. So in memory, 8 GB is first and 16 GB is at second place. And if I make this for an example, 8 GB quantity editable, I'll go back. So it from this also you can know like whatever product option will be selected, what product options are required, means it will be there in that particular product bundle, and what all product options quantity we can change or we can edit them. Okay. So now I will just cancel it. So the 8 GB RAM quantity we can change. Let's select this particular product again. Now you can see in the processor feature, this is by default selected. So this you can select according to what you want. So because this will not be selected, this is not required. That's the reason this will be blank. Or means like if you want, you can select it. So I will select this, and then I will hit save. Now, if you will look in 8 GB or 8 GB RAM product option, we have quantity enabled checkbox checked. It means the minimum quantity will be 1 or the quantity will be 1, and later on, if we want, we can edit that. So now this is there, and we go to 8 GB quantity. Why it is not editable? Okay. Just give me a moment. Editable. I will delete the label again, create this to check because it should be editable. Let me start this. Quantity editable. There might be a different field which has an impact on this. Check to allow quantity to be edited even though it's specified on the option. Okay. There is another field which might impact laptop 10-inch. Check it. Okay. And 8 GB is the name of the production. 8 GB. Okay. Okay. So if it is, we have made this editable. Oh, sorry. If this particular quantity editable is checked, then while configuration or while making configuring the products, then only we can make this editable. Sorry. Yeah. So now I will hit save. So now there are 10 8 GB RAM which we require. If you want to reconfigure, if you want to change this quantity, then we have to just click on this. We have to reconfigure the line and then we can change the quantity. So that's all for this video. Thank you. Have a nice day.